Put it out right now, honey. On this video, I am going to be reading the Greek text of Matthew chapter 2 slowly in the Greek with grammar analysis and commentary, and then a Hebrew translation with grammar analysis and commentary. So if anyone's following, I'll be using Delitzsch's translation in the public domain as I'm slowly going through it. It reads, Tu de Jesu genethentas en Bethlehem, tes Judaias, in hemerais Herodu tu basileos, edu magoia pa anatalon, paragenanta es Yerasaluma. That is, now the birth of Jesus in Bethlehem of Judea. Now, when Jesus, we could say, when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, Magi from the east came unto Jerusalem. Notice tu Jesu genethentas is a genitive absolute. Now, when Jesus was born, and I'm taking it in a temporal way, a genitive absolute, and we're looking at the time of the birth of Jesus, that the Magi were beginning to come into Jerusalem. So now, when Jesus was born, this is from Genao, a aorist passive participle genitive singular from Genao. Now, when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, Magi from the east came unto Jerusalem. Paragenanta is from paragenomai. It is your aorist middle, third person plural from paragenomai. So the Magi came into Jerusalem. The reading of the Hebrew would be Vayehi ka'asher nolad Yeshua beveit lechem Yehuda bimei hordos hamelech vayavo'u megurshim me'eretz mizrah Yerushalayim lemor. That is, it came to pass as Yeshua was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king. As that was happening. Nolad, I'm understanding from Yalad, it came to pass when Jesus was born. It's from historically Valad, now Lad became Valad. It's a nifal participle from Yalad. So it came to pass as Jesus being born or was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Hordos, of Herod the king, Vayavo'u Megurshim, that Magi came. Vayavo'u is the cow imperfect, third person masculine plural from bo, with a vav consecutive, that Magi came from the land Mizrah of the east to Jerusalem, saying, Lemor is a cow infinitive construct from Amar. So then we go to the next verse. They are saying, I'm going to read verse 2, Legantes, pu esten ha Texas Basilus ton Judaion, Adam in gar autu tan astera in te anatale, kai elthamen proskunesai alto. They were saying, where is the one who is born King of the Jews? For we saw his star in the east, and we have come to worship him. Notice legontes is from lego. It's the present participle, nominative masculine plural from lego, saying, where is the one who is born? Tekthas is from tikto. It is the aorist passive participle nominative masculine singular from tikto. Where is the one who is born King of the Jews? For we saw Adamin from harao, aorist indicative active, first person plural. We saw his star in the east, and we have come. Elthaman from erkamai, aorist indicative active, first person plural. Praskunesai from praskuneo. We have come to worship him. Aorist infinitive, I should say, active from proskuneo. And looking at the Hebrew text of chapter 2, let me just, I dropped the Hebrew text on the floor. Let me come back here. Verse 2, it reads, Aye Melech ha-Yehuda ha-Nolad ki ra'inu et kohavu ba-mizrach v'navo lehishtahavot lo. Where is the King of the Jews? Where is born the King of the Jews? Notice here, ha or nolad, the one who is born, I'm understanding is a nifal participle masculine singular with the definite article preceding it. Where is the one who is born King of the Jews? For Ra'inu is from Ra'ah, a lamed hay verb, where the hay has elided or dropped out. It's a cow perfect first person plural from Ra'ah. Ra'inu, that nu makes it a first person plural. For we have seen his star, Ba-Mizrah, in the east, Ba-Navo, and we have come. Notice Navo is from Bo. It's a cow imperfect, first person plural from Bo. And we have come, Lehishtahavot, to worship him. From Shachah, it is a hitpael infinitive construct from Shachah. And notice here, Hishta, you have, instead of hit shahot, you have a metathesis, a changing of the sheen coming before the tav here. We have come to worship to him, or to worship him. So the Magi say we're coming to give our adoration to him, to Jesus. And so then we come to, we saw his star, possibly going back to Numbers 30, where there's a reference to the star in the book of Numbers that could have been understood as announcing the way or the birth of the Messiah. So then we go on, Numbers chapter 24, verse 17. We go on, Akusas deha basilus Herodes etarakse kai pasa Yerasaluma met al tu. And when the king Herod heard, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. Notice akusas is the aorist participle nominative masculine singular from akuo. It's a temporal use of the participle. When Herod heard, he was troubled. Ektarakhe is from tarasso, aorist indicative passive, third person singular from tarasso. He was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. Met al 2. Looking at the Hebrew of verse 3, notice it reads, Vayehi kishmoa hordos hamelech. That is, in verse 3. And when King Herod heard, again, he is troubled because he's very jealous. And Haye Melech HaYehudim, let's see, Vayehi Kishmoa Horados. That is, as King Herod heard. Kishmoa is a cow infinitive construct from Shama with the inseparable kaf preposition before it. As King Herod, the king heard, et divrehim, these words, vayib bahel, he was troubled. Bahal is a nifal imperfect, third person singular from Bahal. He was troubled, Beho Yerushalayim imo, and all Jerusalem with him, because Herod is a very jealous king, and anything that would threaten him, he wants to destroy. He would be very jealous of. So let me go on to the next verse in the Greek text. Kai sunagogon pantas tus arches kai grammates tu lau apuntaneta par auton puha Christos genatai. That is, and when he gathered together all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired, or he was inquiring from them where the Christ is being born. Notice, and sunagogon is the present participle nominative masculine singular from sunagogo. When he gathered together all the chief priests and scribes of the people, epunthaneta, he was inquiring from punthanamai, imperfect indicative passive third person singular. He was inquiring from them where the Christ is being born. From Genao, present indicative passive third person singular from Genao, where the Christ is being born. And as we read the Hebrew then, it reads, Vayakhel et kol Roshei HaKohanim. And when he gathered together all the heads of the priests, Vayakhel, I'm understanding as a hifil, imperfect, third masculine singular from kahal. When he gathered together all the heads of the priests and the sofrim, the scribes of the people, the yidrosh me'itam, he inquired from them, saying, where will Messiah be born? Here he inquired by yidrosh from darash, a cow imperfect third masculine singular, with a Vav consecutive. And he inquired from them, saying, Lemor is a cow infinitive construct from Amad. Where will the Messiah be born? Yivaled from Yalad. It's where will he be born? So Nifal, imperfect, third masculine singular from Yalad. Notice in Hebrew you have your pei yod verbs and your pei vav verbs. This is a pei vav verb, so yin valed became yib valed, where the noon of the nifal by progressive assimilation has gone into the vav of the stem here, which historically I believe was valad rather than yalad. Where was the Messiah? Where will he be born? Then we come to verse 5. And notice, and they say, Hoi de epan alto. And they say to him, in Bethlehem, tes Judaias, in Bethlehem of Judea, hutos gar gegraptai diatu prophetu. In other words, for thus it has been written through the prophet. A gegraptai is from grapho. It's the perfect indicative passive from grapho. For thus it has been written through the prophet. And then we're going to have a quote from Micah. Kaisu Bethlehem, and you, Bethlehem, Gay, Judah, land of Judah, Udamos, no means, Allah kiste, least are you, in toys Hegemasin Judah, among the leaders of Judah. Exu gar exelucitai he gumenos, for out of you will come forth the one who governs, the one governing, or the governor. Hastes poimane tan la'anmu tan Yisrael, who will shepherd my people Israel. Notice here a little bit of grammar. For they said, hoi epan. Epan is the aorist indicative active third person singular from Lego. In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it has been written through the prophet. Gegaraptai again is the perfect indicative active passive third person singular from Grapho. And you, Kaisu Bethlehem, and you, Bethlehem, land of Judah, no means are you the least. A is your present indicative active second person singular from Amy. Are you least among the leaders of Judah? For out of you exelucitai shall come, from exergamai, future indicative middle, shall come the ruler, the one who is the ruler, who will shepherd, poimane, future indicative active third person singular from poimano, who will shepherd my people Israel. And then looking at the Hebrew of 2:5, let me just read it. Vayomer lo, and he said to him, where the Messiah is going to be born, Beveit Lechem Yehudah, in the house in Bethlehem of Judah, Kichen Katuv Biyad Hanavi, for it has been written by the hand of the prophet. Katuv is a cow passive participle from Katav. It has been written by the hand of the prophet, simply by the prophet then. Va'ata Beit Lechem, and you, Bethlehem, Eretz Yehudah, Enecha Sa'ir, although you are not least, the Alfei, the Alufei Yehudah, among the thousands of Judah, Ki Mimcha Yetzeh, for from you will come forth Moshe, the ruler, Yereh et Ami Yisrael. He will shepherd my people, Israel. Moshe is from mashal, to rule, a cow participle, masculine singular. Yetzeh is the cow imperfect, third masculine singular, from vatsa, where the vav has elided, and we have compensatory lengthening under the yod to account for that in Yetzeh. For from you will come forth the ruler, who will shepherd, Yereh from Ra'ah, cow imperfect, third masculine singular, who will shepherd my people, Israel. And so we have the quote from Micah showing the birthplace of Christ, who would be born in Beit Lechem, in Bethlehem, in Micah chapter 5. So this is quoted to set forth the birthplace of Jesus, that he would be born in Bethlehem. So this is a great predictive moment that is now being fulfilled, as the prophet Micah in Micah 5:2 had predicted. Scripture is so wonderful in its accuracy. And here is born the one who will be the Messiah. We are being told here in Matthew.